Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today I'm going to send you guys on quite the psychedelic trip as we're going to be playing some TEEMO mushrooms. But before I go and talk about the actual deck itself, I'm going to ramble for a little bit about TEEMO as a champion. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight. I think this can help some of you in regards to deck building yourselves. I don't claim myself to be the greatest Legends of Runeterra deck builder by any means, but I do think I'm pretty decent at this. And I think I can share some of my viewpoints towards deck building around champions and such in this game. And I think TEEMO is a great source to kind of like ramble on that a little bit because he's a bit of a misunderstood champion. Quite the meme, as you may think. There's a lot of Reddit posts, a lot of memes in Reddit basically talking about how you shouldn't spend your champion walk card in TEEMO and all that good stuff. By the way, I'm going to take away the sponsor overlay since I'm not streaming, I'm recording. And yeah, what are the biggest mistakes people make when trying to build around TEEMO? One of the initial takes that I had on it in the closed beta of Legends of Runeterra was combining TEEMO with Ionia, the Ionia region, because let me actually showcase this for a second. There's there's a card called the Kinku Wayfinder, right? So one of the initial combos that people realized was if you build a deck with a high number of Ionia cards and TEEMO, you could play Kinku Wayfinder and auto spawn 2 TEEMOs from your deck with this 4-drop right here, if you got the Allegiance boost there. The problem with this TEEMO archetype, and the reason why people claimed it was just, a meme sort of deck and not really reliable, is because it rode too heavily on TEEMO. If you didn't draw TEEMO, if you didn't find TEEMO, if you didn't trigger the Allegiance proc from Kinku Wayfinder, or if TEEMO died too early on, your deck just kind of falls apart and you don't really have many ways of winning the game, because most Ionia cards, unfortunately, especially like when it comes to spells, are protective sort of cards. Barriers, recall, deny, twin disciplines, etc. So the initial problem or the big issue with that sort of archetype is that, first of all, you need to add in mostly Ionia cards to the deck so that Kinku Wayfinder can trigger her Allegiance consistently, and it's still, a gamble, because, for example, with Shadow Owls and the Wraith Caller, if the Wraith Caller doesn't proc, it's not the end of the world. You still got a 4/3 with Fearsome for 4 mana. Like, it sucks, but it's not really game-breaking. With Kinku Wayfinder in a TEEMO deck, if you play her on 4 mana and you don't get the TEEMOs out, that is a huge blow that is very hard to come back from. Also, the problem is when you focus your strategy on defending TEEMO, and your entire deck is built around TEEMO, finding TEEMO and protecting him, what's going to happen is you're going to be outpaced. Even if you do find all the answers and you manage to protect TEEMO and plant the mushrooms, the way the mushroom archetype works is not really that fast, and you are going to be killed by decks like Shadow Isles, Fearsome, before you actually get your own strategy going to its full completion. So this deck was my first, it was the obvious, take to go for first when trying to build TEEMO. I spent the entire stream trying to make a TEEMO deck that worked, right? And my first initial take was like everybody else does, the Kinku Wayfinder path. And I tanked my rank significantly. I dropped from 50 to over 100, right? Because I just kept losing games, sometimes really bad luck, and sometimes I just got outclassed, right? So what did I do? I sat back, I went to the drawing board, I tried mixing TEEMO with other regions. First, Freljord because of the Entreat, and then I realized, what if I actually take a proper approach at deck building around TEEMO? Take away the jank meme excuse for making a bad deck and actually try to make a good deck around him. And that is why we mix him with Shadow Isles, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we have Bad Trip here, a deck built around TEEMO that actually works on a consistent basis. You may not believe me, but I'm going to explain why. This is whenever you build a deck around the champion, a good deck, unless that champion is your late game, or not only champion, that card is your late game card that is going to end the match, for example with Ezreal combo decks. If if you're building a deck around the card, and that card is a card that you play early on in the game, and you're banking completely on drawing that card early and on that card not being dealt with, then you have a bad deck in your hand. So how do we make TEEMO work consistently? Well, we build a deck that can win without TEEMO. We build a mushroom control archetype with Shadow Isles with TEEMO, and that greatly benefits from TEEMO, but a deck that has other means of winning. So how do we do this? We have the mushroom cards here, which basically generate Mushroom Cloud, which plant 5 poison puff caps on random cards in the enemy's deck. Our objective is pretty simple and hilarious. We plant as many mushrooms as we can on our opponent's decks as they slowly but surely kill themselves as they draw cards. How do we achieve this? Well, because of the nature of this strategy, we have an inherently slower game plan, which means we must navigate towards a control archetype to make this function. But we also have to have cards that deal direct damage so that we can potentially finish off our opponent once the match is reaching, critical stages in which we can't really slow down our opponents anymore, right? As most decks have a lot of power behind them the longer the match goes. So we have a region combination that enables a plethora of fantastic sources of single target removal and AoE spells, and that's why mixing Piltover and Zon with Shadow Owls works beautifully for this. From Piltover we have Thermogenic Beam, Mystic Shot, Get Excited, which helps us finish off games as well a lot, and then from Shadow Owls we have Vile Feast. And we have Mark of the Isles, which can be really strong at enabling some surprise trades against fearsomes. And we have exceptional card draw with Glimpse Beyond as a 3-of and Progress Day from Piltover Zon. We have the best card draw in the game with these two regions combined, and we have excellent single target removal, AoE such as Ruination, The Box, which is a card that I have been underrating significantly. I thought very poorly of this card, and I was incorrect about it. We have a one-off of Commander Ladros just because of the play effect. We want to cut the enemy's health in half. This really helps us finish off our opponent with the mushrooms. And then on top of all this, we have a 3-of Plaza Guardian, which is one of the most recent additions to the deck that is absolutely outstanding because we're playing so many 1-mana mushroom spells that we can very easily turn this thing into a 0-mana 6/6 with quick attack that surprises the opponent every time in late game when we're tapped out and they think we have nothing more to develop on the board. A good blocker for late game fearsomes and a good offensive threat as well that our opponents can't really block effectively into. So we have a strategy comprised of that. Bunch of Mushroom Cloud generations with Clump of Wumps and the likes of obviously Chump Wump and the star of the deck besides TEEMO, which is the Puff Cap Peddler. We have so many spells, so many good resources to remove our opponent's threats that every time we're playing these and also the Puff Cap, the mushroom cards, we're planting 3 extra Puff Caps onto the opponent's deck, and I've gotten some insane Puff Cap numbers on the opponent's deck without even drawing TEEMO just because of this card right here, which is fantastic. We have a one-off of Chronicler of Ruin, which acts kind of like a 4th Chump Wump, as we tend to target Chump Wump or even the likes of Clump of Wumps to basically re-trigger the effect and have a worse version of it. That is, it's neat for our strategy. And we have a one-off of Scribe of Sorrows as well, as a lot of times the one creature that we lose early on is TEEMO, and we have a 3-mana unit that can return him to our hand. This deck has gone through several different iterations. I've had a variant with the Rekindler early on, which proved to be, Rekindler just proved to be a bad card because no matter how you look at it, using a 6-mana play to revive a 1-mana champion just is not worth it most of the time. And this is the final version of the deck, and it has been working outstandingly for me. It's really a solid deck that just has a bit of a slow, control-y sort of late game approach, and it's so damn fun to play, man. Getting the Puff Cap Peddlers and just stacking up all these mushrooms on the opponent's deck and just watch them slowly drown in despair as they keep drawing mushrooms and slowly dying is one of the most satisfying things you're going to experience in this game, man. And I want to play more of this deck. I've only barely started, but, this is the version that I got now. I still believe we can potentially optimize this even more. But hopefully you guys enjoy the games that I got for you today. I think they're pretty damn good, and TEEMO is just a blast, man. And this deck specifically, the fact that I can work without him is really neat. Peddler is a super fun card, and hopefully you guys enjoy this deck as much as I had playing it. And if you can afford it, try it out yourselves. Yeah, and hopefully this little rant, today's deck tech was longer, but I also, you know, give a bit of a speech, I guess, that I hope can help you guys deck build in the future. Again, keep in mind, when you build around the card, focus on not having to draw that card early on for the deck to be able to do anything, right? You need to have a cohesive deck that can stand on its own regardless of what your initial draws are. That's what makes a deck good. So try to navigate towards that when you focus on deck building around, you know, less played champions, I guess. And that's where we're going to leave it. Hope you guys enjoy the games. Have a soul day. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Still no atrocity in this deck? I mean, I don't think that's necessary. Budini with stun. Okay. Let's actually mulligan away. Let's mulligan away to everything. Could do better than this. Arigato gozaimasu. I'm a vision with the prime. Thank you, I'm a vision. Alright, TEEMO, I choose you. Alright, there we go.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
We have to worry about Yasuo though, because Yasuo can just one-shot us here. Okay.
What did you find today?
Oh wow, sure. You have a Steel Tempest, don't you? Oh, the box. The box.
You'll never know what hit him.
I think I can do this and this.
Throw free.
We have to try. We're gonna go in. We're probably gonna get stunned here. Steel Tempest, Will of Ionia, something like that. There's no way it doesn't happen. No! No! TEEMO! No! No! How fucking dare you?
Never.
Fuck, man. Yeah, let's go jump one.
I got ways to find me mushroom.
Alright. Well, have a fucking mushroom then. Oh, guys, it's okay.
Try to keep up.
I repeat, it's okay. I mean, I'll take the hit. It's all good. I mean, how bad is this play, actually? This Rekindler. Like, there's no way it doesn't have an answer right now. Like, it's actually, like, not really worth it for us here. We're better off playing a little bit defensively for the time being, right? Like, we need to wear him out of resources. We need to have the box enabled, because the box kills Yasuo. So we can't commit to the board without, like, and being open for that.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
I'm going to play that for now, and I'm going to attack with you. No, I'm going to pass for now. See what he does. Oh, there you are. I mean, now he needs a Steel Tempest here. Or a Guile. Guile also works, but Steel Tempest specifically. That's more of a specific card he needs to have. So I think that makes this Rekindle play fine, right? Steel Tempest. It's only Steel Tempest. Let's go. Let's go for it.
One candle for every soul.
Armed and ready.
No! TEEMO, no! God damn it, he had it. Alright. I cry every time. Alright, these phase are gonna be really, really scary soon. Fortunately, we do have some chump blockers here. Alright, Alright, I like that pellet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah! Alright. I could, I think we have to chump block here.
Such naivete. Join the conflagration.
I can take 5 damage, right? I mean, it could be more. But I think I can afford to take 5 damage here. I do want to deal 4 damage to the Minotaur, though, because I do want him to be at 2 health so I can finish it off with Mystic Shot. That's a huge hit. That's a massive hit. I don't think there's much I can do about that, except this.
It's just sleeping, right?
And now the stun will go onto the Spiderling instead of that. And I believe we have to go you.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Or once, am I right?
I'm getting warmed up.
Yasuo is at 4.
More for my collection.
They grow up so fast.
I'll scout ahead.
Arr, arr.
I wanna leave this at range to die from that hit. Though to be fair, I can always revive it. Nice. Alright, 50. Play Yasuo. You don't want to play Yasuo?
Payday.
He doesn't want to play Yasuo until it's leveled up. So I may as well get the most out of this. I have to watch out for Might.
Try to keep up. Yeah.
If he does have Might, it kind of like kills me no matter what.
Roar. Would a mushroom help?
Deny?
There they go.
I thought you'd run. You should stay back, cowards.
Armed and ready.
Roar.
Nothing personal. Curse you. You pay, I fight.
Fuck yeah. Full blast! Full blast! Oh shit.
Sleep is for the guiltless. Pick on some of your own speed.
Alright, nice, 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 nice. Is there any downside to attacking now? Because I have vengeance backup. Alright, let's do it. Scout ahead. Yes! More mushrooms! 122, bitches! 122.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day. Oh, that's a harvest.
We're still at vengeance range. I wanted to attack first because, you know, a stun spider could happen. 132, and I think we pass here. Because my opponent could play into this round now. We want to have that vengeance enabled.
Feet were made for roaming. And
Set him up. We'll knock him down.
I am concerned here. What if he has a deny on top of this? What if the man has a deny? If he has a deny, I don't lose the game. I still live. I still live. Like if I like, cause he has 11 damage. So let's go for the vengeance.
got 3 warnings for you.
All right. How much is that? Now we're getting the big boy numbers.
No going back.
Oh shit! No, no, 9. No way. I can develop a blocker first.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Focus earthward, aim skyward.
Excuse you.
Yes! Got him! Whoo! Nice. Okay, so hello there. So we got Puffcap Peddler here. I think Scribe of Sorrows we could drop now. I like Mark of the Owls in this matchup, but at the same time we don't really have much for it. I'm gonna drop these 3 actually. Even Glimpse Beyond, because we don't have proper targets. Alright, this looks better. Slightly better. We're lacking obviously early game TEEMO, but we do have a Thermogenic Beam for early threats. Okay. We can answer a 2-drop here.
I need just a moment.
Yeah. I'm worried about an Iron Elixir. Okay.
Remember me.
Oh! I forgot to attack. Shit. Derp. Oh, we're making it interesting. Next level BM, let's go.
There was a little fella asking for me.
I just played, okay, I just played into a Rhyme Fang Wolf there. But, you know. Pro plays, am I right? Let's smack him. Surprised my opponent is not playing anything here.
I will unite the Freljord.
I want to play another one of these, man. I want to get these pilots in.
Mushroom.
Have 3. I could Thermogenic Beam here. But no, I'm doing a 2. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Ah, the Scribe of Sorrows, though. If I play Chump Wump here, I'm disabling, like, he has to resort to, yeah, let's do this.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Because this will be the one that gets frostbitten, which means he can't, like, he needs an extra frostbite from his hand to trade with one of the peddlers.
Avarosans, stand together.
That's fine. Like, I want those other guys too. Now, one can make an argument for not blocking here to enable the Sorrows to hit this 100%, but honestly, I'd rather avoid, you know, damage. Like 5 damage is a big deal. And now, because I want to kill this Ash, I'm going to go for this first. And then I'm going to go for this. Okay. Maybe I should have played around a little bit better. I could enable it with Chronicler of Ruin into this, into that. But I don't know just how useful that can be. I'm gonna play you. Okay, we got the jump one. That's neat. Silent Man. Okay, next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are at 1, 7, 7, potentially 10. We can't Ruination in that at the same time. I don't even know if I wanted Ruination so early on. I do know that I do want to... No, you. I want a chump blocker. That's why I'm doing that. And I don't quite wanna go for the okay, that Mystic Shot is pretty neat. I don't quite want to commit to a Ruination just yet because right now we have a pretty decent board state, and double peddler is not something that I want to like give up without a fight, you know?
Show me a target.
Today we fight as one.
Regardless of what happens here, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna declare the block. I'm gonna wait for him to do something because I am threatening this Ash. And now that he goes for the Frostbite, we go for this. Another elixir? Okay. Alright.
I've always been a fun guy.
We're racking up the puff caps though. This could be a nice Ruination next turn. But I kind of want to keep on going with these mushrooms. Next turn I'm going to have a total of 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have a total of 8 mana. So if I play this, I can still play the Ruination next turn. But the question is, do I really just... I think I just go for this, though. I think we just Spear here. This Ruination is my lifeline. This will up him up to like 42 puff caps.
So cold.
It was right on my tail.
I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Only the finest serve.
You weren't always this way.
As long as we can survive, we can pack up all of these shrooms. Holy shit, that's... Oof. Oof, oof.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
That's a shitload of mushrooms, man. That's a lot of mushrooms. That's a crazy amount.
Stand together.
He's at 8 health too, which is pretty... This is pretty insane, dude. Like, this is actually pretty fucking insane. This is ridiculous. Alright. How about we send them on a bad trip? Sorry. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god. And we haven't taken any damage yet. $83, boys. Who needs TEEMO? 83 MVP. Ash is okay. Ash is full.
My pretty.
I mean, right now, 5. He has exact lethal. Oh, let's go for this then.
Our strength is yours.
Oh boy.
A true Freljordian welcome.
It's still not lethal. Hey! Hey! Yes! Oh, clean! So clean! Oh, yes. Honestly, I actually kind of want to keep this Runation. Because this Runation is like available by turn 6. I'm gonna replace the Chump Wump. I mean, Chump Wump is also a good blocker. Let's keep this hand, actually. This hand, like, Scribe of Sorrows can return TEEMO. We're facing aggro, though, so maybe this is not the correct way to approach it.
Okay, ready.
Okay, that's fantastic. He can't skitter her, so let's just play you.
What did you find today?
I doubt he trades that into that.
Hit 'em. More mushrooms.
I have some mushrooms. Oh shit. I think we have to peddler her here. As a defense play.
A mushroom. Have 3.
I've heard about you.
Would a mushroom help?
Block into you, and I think we have to block into you as well. Even though this does gives us a solid blocker next turn, but we do have a blocker for that anyways. I feel like preventing damage is key here.
You died as you lived. Smelly.
Thermogenic beam is interesting. Let's go for the attack. Before he can skitter us.
Nice
2 turns from now, if we float enough mana, we can Ruination. But that's, of course, easier said than done.
I stand for Noxus.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
I like that Mystic Shot. We can block this into this. We can block... we can Mystic Shot that. And I believe we have to generate a blocker for the other one. Still take 5 damage. 5 damage is pretty brutal. No, 4 damage.
I'll do better this time.
Excuse you.
We can't Ruination here, though. Six mana. This Vile Feast is incredible. 6 mana. I'm so spare on mana right now. But I mean, I would like to duplicate. I think I am gonna.
You'll never know what hit him. Grow freeze. Success is planting your mushroom crop. There's enough for everyone.
I'm gonna start duplicating. I actually could have gone for double here because next turn I will have 1 more mana, so I could have gone for double mushroom, and he could be at 40 instead of 30.
Blood for Noxus.
That's a problem.
I have my orders.
Actually, no, it's not. Oh, I'm very happy I didn't do that. Very happy. Darius is something to consider. But why didn't I think about a Darius on curve here? That Thermo Beam saved our ass. Because we can't handle it. Like, Darius is a problem, dude. I think I want to play the Peddler, right?
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
I'll have what he's having.
Where's my axe? There they go.
We do that now because he could have another crowd favorite.
My balls so big.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
Oh shit. 7, 6. Yep, he's got us. Oh, I didn't expect those 2 cards combined there. Yep, not much I can do here. A Mystic Shot would be clean. A Mystic Shot would be so clean. Cry every time. Cry every time. Thank you for the subs, guys. Arigato. Alright. Mulligan away you. We're facing Elise, so we're actually going to keep... I mean, Mystic Shot is always good to keep, right? And Thermo Beam is also really nice always. We want to be searching for TEEMO, but we also want to be able to deal with our early threats. And I don't think you're ever supposed to mulligan away Mystic Shot, man. Mystic Shot, except control matchups. But Mystic Shot is just too good of a card to just drop. It kills it kills so many 2-drops.
I pull the strings.
Mark of the Owls. Okay. Mark of the Owls is always something that I fear when I go for a play like that and they're floating 1 mana, because it can translate into a shitload of damage. Have to pass here. Refloat. I'll take the hit.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
And now as we start chaining these, like we should be enabling the. I think I'm gonna attack first, actually.
Arr, arr.
Mark of the Owls or Vile Feast? Okay. I really want to kill that. I really want to stop that. I think that's very important. Denying the card draw is really key. We could see a deny here. Or just a back-to-back. Okay, what if we double shoot that down? I feel like I'm wasting a lot of spells here. But deny him the card draw I think is super important, right? Is it? Is it? At this stage, is it? It's too much of a commitment, right? He gets 2 cards. We could still see a spear. So instead I just want to Mystic Shot this. Float my mana and then drop the Peddler next turn. I don't want to die. I don't want to lose my Peddler to a spear. Yeah, these Plaza Guardians are going down pretty fast. I mean, I have to. Even if he has a Mark of the Isles, he still dies. So this is actually a proper Thermal Beam. Even if it's a full blast, I have to go Hecarim. Like I stall out a turn of Hecarim, which is a huge hit. And next turn, because he's out of cards, I can actually get a nice clean hit off on him with Chump Bump here.
Oh, if mushrooms could
Good talk.
All once, am I right?
There's nothing to fear.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
All once, am I right?
Let's float the mana. Double Peddler here is really nice.
We could use a bite.
Aye, roar.
Would a mushroom help?
We can block, we can block.
Hey, Dad.
They grow up so fast.
When it's gone, sacrifices.
My pretty.
Rasa could still happen here. I'm gonna go for the shot here. I missed out on 3 mushrooms, but I also wasn't sure what was gonna happen. Let's float the mana. Carry over that to the next round. Let's go for this. Progress time. Let's get some more mushrooms in there. And now we're going to be able to drop a Plaza Guardian. I'm not going to attack. If he's not going to play anything this round, I will capitalize on that. I will capitalize on his pass there. because I'm gonna chump block into that anyways. Double spider here is nice. Now my Plaza Guardians are basically 0 mana, which is really neat. We have a good blocker for Rasa as well. And, fuck. Okay, that's scary as hell. I'm still gonna go for this. Okay, that's interesting. I think we have to play you.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Let's put him at 1. What can I do? I can Vile Feast it, so let's do this.
Excuse you.
Block all this damage. I'm gonna preserve this Mark of the Owls as a surprise factor. 32 buff caps, okay. We're getting close there, especially with these get excited. We're certainly getting close. We could attempt a Ruination here. We could also just open pass. See if my opponent wants to overcommit here. Alright, I think we definitely go for the Ruination. No, he could have a deny. He could always have a deny. Oh shit. Easy peasy, dude. Holy shit, dude. The Scribe of Sorrows. Oh my god, I love this thing in this deck. This card is good in this deck, man. Like, all of my pulls are great. Even this little guy is not bad. That gives me a blocker. I may as well attack with this. I kind of want to just, like, let's attack with this first. No. I kind of want to do this. No, but what if he has something here to deny this? May as well use up that mana on his turn, right? Let's go for the attack here. Let's go for the attack here. Get rid of the spider. Black Spear. Arigato gozaimasu. Double Black Spear. This clutch. Let's pass. We're getting there. We're getting there. Dude, Get Excited is so fucking good in this deck. Okay, that's... Oh man, I could just go for a Ruination here. I force him to have a deny here. I force him to have a deny. I force him to have a deny. Ah, yes! Okay, that's 10 damage though. That's 10 damage. That's 10 damage, which means we go for the kill.
Success is planting your mushroom trap. Nothing like the great outdoors.
We go down to 1. We drop him down. So with 80 puff caps, there's no way he doesn't draw into that. The problem here is, what if he has like a vengeance or something? Like a random vengeance. Ladras could also kill me.
Girl Scout ahead.
Let's go for it. We have to go for this. Oh!
Hold this.
Oh! Omega TEEMO! Show me the Ladros. Show me the Ladros. Show me the Ladros. Come on, mushrooms! Hey! Ah! Yes! Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah.